So what is going on, everybody? How is everyone doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Iron Man 3 Mark 42. So let's get into it right away and start off with the box. So we do get the basic style box for the SH Figuarts Iron Man figures. We do get the window right there in the front of the box, an image of the Mark 42 right there. It says SH Figuarts Iron Man 3, Iron Man Mark 42, Marvel, Tamashii Nations, and Bandai. And then the bottom of the box has the barcode and blah 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 stuff nobody cares about. And then here is the top of the box. And then the one side of it. And then the other side of the box. And then the back of the box shows a few poses you can get the figure into along with some of the accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure open and take a closer look at the Mark 42. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look, and Tamashii Nations did a great job with this Mark 42. Now this is the reissue. It was recently reissued. But I remember the original release, which was actually the very first review I did on my channel, but it did have such an annoying issue, which is with the hand guards, the plate of armor over the hands here. And they popped off so easily. If you move the figure around, they'd fall off. If you articulate the wrist, they'd pop off, and it would just get very frustrating. Now with the reissue, they fixed that issue because they fit in there really well. It's a nice tight fit, so they won't pop off very easily like the original release. So I'm glad that they fixed that issue with the reissue here. But the face sculpt looks good. Very nice job on it. Nice clean paint all throughout it. The sculpt looks great. I do like the translucent plastic over the eyes there. Then we do get silver underneath it. And I do have like a paint scuff right on the faceplate on the forehead, so that kind of sucks because it's right on the front of the face. Just think, I had that same issue with the Comic Cave Mark 42. Like, what the hell? Very clean paintwork, like on the cheeks right there with the silver, gold, and red. I really like the way that looks. And I love the way the red paint looks also. Very nice job on the head there. I do wish that they added in like a black wash or a black paint in all the sculpted lines. Kind of like how the Comic Cave looks, because it just gives it like a very nice look to the figure. The neck looks good too. Nice sculpt and paint as well. Now on the shoulders here, I do have like a glop of gold paint right there. I don't know if you could see it. But the torso looks good. Nice paint and sculpt, clean paintwork all throughout this figure. So that is a huge plus right there. We do get a translucent plastic over the arc reactor, and we get some very nice tiny sculpted detail under it on the silver right there. So nice job on that. I love the way the paintwork looks right up here. And then same with on the side of the torso. Beautiful paint and sculpt work. Very nice job there. And then the midsection, these are actually two separate pieces. That piece and then the lower piece, because it helps with the articulation. Now the back of the figure, once again, beautiful paint and sculpt work all throughout the back. Nice job on the upper back. Very clean paint work. I just have like a white dot on the red there. I don't know if they didn't fully paint it or something. And I love the way the spine piece looks. Beautiful sculpt and paint work on that. Very nice job on the torso. Now we do get the shoulder pads, which are connected to the arms on hinges, so I do love when figure companies do that, and very nice paint and sculpt on the shoulder pads. Same with the shoulder, nice sculpt work on it, and then nice job on the arms here. We do get some sculpt work on the elbow pads, on the elbow joints, so I do appreciate that, and the forearms look very well on this figure, so nice job throughout the entire arm. Now for the legs here, I like the way the hip joints look. Nice sculpt and paint work on it. And nice job on the thighs here. I love the way this looks right there. Just the gold, silver, and red. Beautiful paint work. Nice clean paint, so I do like the way that turned out. And the back of the thighs. Very nice job right around this part right here. And I do love the sculpt work. Just all throughout the lower thigh into the knee joint. They did some very nice sculpt work on the knee joint there. And I do love the way they worked in the knee joint. I'll show you guys that when we get up to the articulation. Very nice job on the calves here, the back of the lower legs. Same with on the front of the lower legs. Nice job there. And then the feet look good too. And they are die-cast metal, so these Figuarts Iron Man figures stand very well. Nice clean paint and very nice sculpt work on the feet. And then we do get the peg holes on the bottom of the feet because he does come with the blast effects, and they did some nice sculpt work on the bottom of the feet as well. So overall, I think Tamashii Nations did a great job with this Mark 42, and I'm very satisfied with the detail and very happy now owning this figure back in my collection. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, we get the basics that we get with an SH Figuarts Iron Man. So we do get 6 different blast effects. We get these ones here, which are the repulsor blasts. And they did a nice job with them. I like the orange translucent plastic, then it blends into the darker orange right here. And then they added like a white paint to give it a nice touch. These are meant for the hands, of course, as you see the peg insert there. And they did some nice sculpt work around this part here. So pretty cool blast effect. We get a pair of those, and then we also get a pair of flight blast effects, which are meant for the hands, much smaller ones. And the orange translucent plastic, really love the way it blends into the darker orange. And the white paint just gives it a nice touch too. A nice sculpt work just around this part there. There's the peg insert, which pegs into the one pair of interchangeable hands, so we get a pair of those. And then finally we get the flight blast effects, which are meant for the feet, and they are much larger than the hand ones. And once again, the orange translucent plastic blends in nicely to that darker orange there, and I love the sculpt work just all around this part. And then the white paint added on there looks very cool too. And then there's the peg there, because they peg into the bottom of Iron Man's feet. There's the peg insert. Just peg them in like so. And they fit in there pretty secure, so they don't pop out or anything like that. So those are all the blast effects. And then we also get 8 interchangeable hands. So we do get a pair of fists, of course, which come on the figure out of the packaging. And very nice paint and sculpt on these. The main issue I have with these, though, is the repulsor on the palm there. They did not paint it silver, so that is a bit disappointing, and I find it a little lazy. And then we do get the hand guard, or the plate of armor on the top of the hand here, and every time you interchange a hand, you just got to wiggle it off. And then you take the new hand, and then you just pop it on, and it fits on there nice and tight. Like I said, I'm glad they fixed that issue with the original release of their Mark 42, so it doesn't pop off as easily anymore. So we do get a pair of fists. And then we also get a pair of chippity chop chop hands. And very nice paint and sculpt on these. They did paint the silver for the repulsor on this hand, so very good job on that. So we do get a pair of those. And then we also get a pair of these open resting hands. Very nice sculpt and paint on these as well. There's the silver for the repulsor. And I love all the sculpt work around the fingers. That looks dope. So we get a pair of those. And then finally, we get a pair of open palm blast hands with the ginormous peg on the palm there. But very nice paint and sculpt on these. They forgot to paint a little bit of gold there on the top of the hand by the thumb. And the way you get the blast effects on, it's very simple. Just take a blast effect, pop it onto the peg like so, and then there you go, as simple as that. But anyway, that is all the accessories included with Iron Man. Well, let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. I couldn't get the blast effect off. Now for the height of Ironing Board Man. It looks like he stands a little bit over 6 inches tall. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Mark III Iron Man and the Comic Cave Studios Mark 38 Igor. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Civil War Ant-Man, the SH Figuarts Civil War Captain America, the SH Figuarts Civil War Black Panther, and the SH Figuarts Age of Ultron Black Widow. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mezco 112 Shadowland Daredevil. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review! So now for the articulation, we do get 2 points at the neck, one at the upper neck and one at the lower neck. So the upper neck joint goes up about that much, which is pretty good, and then down about that much. We do get a little bit of pivot up there, and then it also swivels. The lower neck joint, very good forward and back movement there. We're mostly forward, so Iron Man can look all the way down. And then he looks up a decent amount, so pretty good for flight poses. We do get pivot at the lower neck joint, and then it also swivels. So very nice movement at both the neck joints. And we do get a point of articulation at the torso, right under the arc reactor, so Iron Man can go forward about that much, and then back, a decent amount actually. And then we do get pivot there, and then it also swivels. The waist joint goes forward about that much, so with both joints, you can crunch forward that much, which is pretty good. And the waist joint goes back about that much, so with both joints he can almost go all the way back, so really good for flight poses. And then we do get a little bit of pivot at the waist, and then it can fully swivel. Now for the arms here, the shoulder pads are on hinges connected to the shoulder, which I love when figure companies do that. And then the shoulder joints, pull on the shoulder and you could pop the joint out. Now I would advise to always leave the shoulder joints popped out to avoid paint road from the arm and the side of the torso, so you don't ruin the paint on your figure. But we do get a beautiful circular motion out of the arm right here. Look at that movement. So very nice articulation there. And then the arms go out to the sides a little more than 90 degrees, so that's good. They do go up and down. We do have the bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows that bend in all the way, so that's good. Now the plate of armor on the hands does have a hinge on it, and you get some pretty good movement out of it. And then the wrists are connected with ball joints, so they do move all around, up and down, pivot, and then swivel. But I feel like you get better articulation with the ball hinge. Now for the legs, you can shift them down a really good amount, and then Iron Man can kick forward about 90 degrees, and then goes to the back about 45 degrees, and then kicks out to the side about 90 degrees. And then we do have swivel at the hip joint there, and then it does swivel at the thigh, at the upper thigh as well. And the upper thigh is actually on a ball joint, so it can go back and forth, and then it can pivot, so you can just move it all around. So I do like that movement there. Now for the knee joints, I love the way they worked in the articulation here. Now we do have double knee joints, and they bend back all the way, but watch the knee piece right here, how it splits apart. I mean, they really worked in that knee articulation good, like the way they made it. And then this piece on the back actually goes in a little bit, so you can get the knee to bend back all the way. So I do love the way they worked in the knee movement there, so you get very nice articulation. Now for the ankles, they do swivel. They hinge up a pretty good amount, and then hinge down a really good amount, and then we get great pivot there. Look at that pivot. So I really love that movement there. And then we get a little bit of toe articulation, but my joint is a little tight because it is die-cast metal. So overall, you get some really nice movement with this Mark 42, and I'm really happy with it. Plus, you're going to get some really dope poses with this Iron Man, as I'm about to show you right about now. But anyway, that is my review of the SH Figuarts Iron Man 3 Mark 42. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure between a 1 through 10, I'd have to give it a 9.5. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, you can head over to Agelessgeeks.com. He does have this in stock. And don't forget, if you make a purchase from there, to enter in codename Daredevil to get yourself a 5% off discount. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that bell icon. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, just give it a thumbs up anyway, because action figures are awesome. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. So we do get the basic style box for the SH Figuarts Iron Man figures. We do get the Tamashii Nations and Bandai. And then there's the bottom of the Marvel Tamashii Nations and Bandai. And then there's the bottom of the box right there with the barcode blah 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 blah. Moving on to the accessories, we get the basics. And these come on the figure out of the packaging, and then we do get the arm guard. What the heck? Very nice paint and sculpt on these. The only issue, though, is they did not paint silver on the repulsor blast, so that is a little bit what the heck? What word was I saying? The SH Figuarts Mark III Iron Man and the Baburuba Chupidipachu. The SH Figuarts Mark III Iron Man and the Guabu Babadiboo. The SH Figuarts Civil War Black Panther and the SH Figuarts Subida, I almost said Civil War. Damn it. And the Mezco 112 Shadow Schlan Schmer Schmevel. I do have another issue. I didn't have any issues. What the hell? That's what happens right when you wake up and start trying to record reviews. Very nice job on the torso here. Very beautiful paintwork. Very beautiful paintwork. Does that make sense? I don't know.